Hello friends, welcome back to another What's for Dinner video where I share what I cooked for dinner for our family of 6 this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and get some dinner ideas. The first meal I am sharing is chimichurri steak bites. This is our second time having these in the past month. They're so delicious and really feel restaurant quality. I have a 4-pound pack of tri-tip steak, which I'm cubing up into pieces. I'm going to be skewering them, so I'm making them about 2 inches big. 4 pounds is a little much for our family, so what I like to do is cube and marinate all the meat. Then I'm just going to split up the meat in half and only grill 2 pounds for tonight and freeze the other half for a future meal. I'm seasoning the meat with oil, pepper, salt, paprika, cayenne pepper, and brown sugar, and all the exact measurements and recipe links will be down below in the description box. I'm just stirring everything together and I'm going to let the meat marinate for a few hours in the fridge. About an hour before dinner, I take the meat out of the fridge and let it stand on the counter. Then I start on my roasted potatoes. I peel and cube some gold potatoes and I'm just placing them all into a large bowl. I'm keeping the seasoning very simple, just some oil, salt, pepper, and paprika for that pretty color. Just toss it all together and I'm roasting this at 425 for about 45 minutes to an hour. For the veggie side, I wanted to make a purple cabbage salad. This is a very simple salad. I'm just using about a quarter head of a cabbage for our family. I slice it thinly, place it in a bowl, add some fresh crushed garlic, some dill, and I'm just going to dress this with equal parts mayo and sour cream. And of course, season it with salt and pepper and stir it well to combine. In the end, I decided to add some pecans for some crunch, and this was simple and so delicious. It is time to get my meat on the grill. I preheat the grill until 450, and I like these metal skewers because they fit well on my grill and do not burn as the wooden ones do. I skewer in as much meat as I can on each skewer, and I'm going to grill the skewers on medium heat until they are done. So my meat is grilling, potatoes are in the oven, and the salad is done. Now I'm just going to work on the sauces. The first one is the chimichurri sauce. Into my food processor, I add some fresh parsley, 1 jalapeno, some garlic, lime juice, oil, and salt. And I'm going to pulse all of this together until combined. So this is my chimichurri sauce. I'm going to put this aside and start working on my chipotle mayo. I really like to serve chipotle mayo whenever I make some roasted potatoes. So into my immersion blender cup, I'm just adding some mayonnaise, 2 chipotle peppers, some lime juice, and smoked paprika. And I'm just going to immerse this together until it is smooth and combined. After about 45 minutes, the potatoes are done. I'm just going to toss them around and then I'm going to broil them on high just for a few minutes to get those little toasted pieces that we all love so much. Once the steak bites are cooked to our desired temperature, I let them rest for a few minutes on the counter, and then I remove them off of the skewers and I toss them with the chimichurri sauce. So this is it. This is our new favorite way to have steak. So much flavor in every single bite. These steak bites are actually really good the next day as well if you happen to have any left. This was a perfect Sunday dinner. The next dinner I made was chicken pot pie with biscuits. So I'm starting off by chopping some celery, carrots, and onions for my base. I add all the veggies into a large skillet and I'm going to add a few tablespoons of oil and saute the veggies until they are softened. Next, I add my chopped mushrooms and cook those until cooked through, and then I'm going to add some fresh crushed garlic. I sauteed the garlic for about a minute, and then in goes the flour, and saute the flour for about another minute or two. After the flour is cooked through, I'm going to add my cooked and shredded chicken. I had about 2 chicken breasts, which I cooked and shredded earlier that week. Then in goes the broth and the cream. Lastly, I add the frozen peas, and then I'm going to season with salt, pepper, and parsley. Once the mixture is simmering, I taste it and make sure everything is seasoned enough, and I adjust it to our liking. Then I'm going to transfer the mixture to a casserole dish. Next, moving on to the biscuits. I like to make biscuits in my food processor. It makes the whole process quick and easy. Just pulsing the flour and butter together until the butter is cut into tiny pieces, and then I add the half and half until the dough is combined into a ball. Then I'm going to transfer this dough onto the counter, and using my fingers just press it down and cut the biscuits with my biscuit cutter. I place the biscuits onto the chicken mixture, and I'm going to bake this at 400 for about 28 minutes. So this was our dinner, a wonderful home-cooked meal, which was great on this really cold winter day. The last dinner I'm sharing from this week is honey glazed salmon. My kids have all become fans of salmon when it is cooked this way. I'm starting off by making the honey garlic sauce. Into a saucepan, I add my oil and butter. I'm going to melt that and then add the garlic. Let that cook for about a minute or two, and then I'm going to add in my honey. Next, I add the sriracha sauce, the soy sauce, and lemon juice. I'm going to combine all of this together and bring it to a simmer. Once everything is combined and the sauce is simmering, I'm going to remove it from the heat and let it cool down slightly. I have a fillet of salmon here that is about 1.5 pounds, which will be just enough for our family of 6. I cut up the salmon into 6 pieces and place it onto a parchment-lined baking tray. Then I pour the sauce over the salmon, and I actually forgot to salt the fish, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I bake the salmon at 425 for 20 minutes. Next, I'm going to cook the brown rice, and I love to use my Instant Pot for this. I do 3 cups of rice for our family, so that means for 3 cups, I add 3 cups of water as well, and then I add 3 teaspoons of salt. I stir to combine and cook for 16 minutes with a natural release of at least 10, and then I'm going to add a few tablespoons of butter to the rice and stir it until it is melted. My kids now prefer brown rice to white, and I have to thank the Instant Pot for that because it always turns out perfectly. The fish is now done, and for the veggie side for this meal, we're just going to have veggies and dip. Because I was prepping a veggie tray for our play date the next day and had quite a bit left over. Whatever sauce you have left over, I suggest you add it to the salmon when you plate. This is such a delicious and easy meal, and everyone was happy with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed cooking with me this week and got some dinner ideas. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.